Hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Please, before I go ahead, kindly give me thumbs up. Let me know. Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me? Because my speakers are on and I'm not sure whether they're connected or not. I can't really see it. So if you can help, please just give me thumbs up or say something. Let me be sure that you can hear me before I go ahead. Thank you so much for joining. I'm very excited this evening, and as you can see, it's during the week, so I'm going to be by myself because Collins and Vincent are busy. But guys, let me just know one thumbs up. Yes, you can hear you. That helps, guys. Hello. I just want to be sure, but I think that you can hear me. I really do hope so, because if not, then I should take down my headphones. I'm just trying to avoid, because it's holiday. There's so much noise, this background noise. I'm trying to reduce it as much as I can. So, can you hear me, please? I think that you can hear me. I'll just go from there. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining. And I would like you all to join in this conversation so that you don't keep me here all by myself. And it's more fun when we actually do it together, guys. So welcome back once again, dear visionaries, and of course, legacy builders. Today's live show is a powerful continuation of yesterday's conversation. In case you missed it, the topic was build people, build power, the secret to true wealth. So if you missed it, then you want to go later on and have a good look, because we laid a powerful foundation of something which is truly transformational. So now let me be clear here, guys, before I go ahead. And if you agree with me, you want to drop a comment in the chat. I want to be clear that this chat here is not about glorifying a man. This is not about raining praises on our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, who inspired these words that we are discussing on. No, that's not the case. It's just about learning, it's about teaching, it's about equipping people, businesses, communities, families, and organizations, to prepare for a life-changing revolution. So we're preparing for a kind of revolution that challenges how we should lead, how we build, and of course, how we grow together. It has actually, I know that Ash is the inspiration behind this, but the mission is not to rain in the praises on him, because it's not even, it's not worth it. Not that it's not worth it, but that's not what he would want. But then we see value in what he is doing, and of course we want to take it further to the world. So the truth is, building people is building legacy, and that is the topic for today. And if we get that right, we don't just build businesses, we build movements. Because when you talk about legacy, it involves people. Legacies are built by people for people. And a movement, you talk about movement, and it has to do with people, right? So let's do this together, guys. So I just want to think about one of my best quotes. I know that Ash has them so many things that he says and people keep in record. This is one of them. He said, you don't build a business, you build people, and people build the business, right? And this is one of the greatest ones. I don't know about you, but it touches me deep down, because it makes a lot of sense. Before any thriving company, a church, a family, or a community ever existed, what happened? There was someone who chose to invest in people, not just in plans, right? And I think that is what Ash means by this statement that he made a couple of years back. So in this case, in relation to the topic, we are trying here, like at this moment, to look at the different types of leadership. We have kind of, okay, my power is off. I think I need to take this off, because I need to be sure that I can hear you. Guys, let me know. All right, I need to just take this down, guys. Let me know in the chat. I don't want to do this by myself, guys. I really apologize. Let me know in the chat. Can you hear me? Because you already know that I'm bad at multitasking, but it keeps saying power off, power on. I don't want to keep this all right. Thank you. Redfern says yes, You're good. All right. Thank you, bro. Thanks so much for joining. So I was just trying to talk about what Ash is doing here, that it has nothing to do with praising him and, maybe singing praises for something that is not due. So I was about to talk about two types of leadership. We have, on the one hand, transactional leadership versus transformational leadership. So when we discuss the two types of leadership, you will definitely know where we place Ash, right? So a transactional leader is that one who is reward based. He's focused on output. People are tools to somebody who is a transactional leader. You know how you will speak yourself to dehydration. For people who have done some of these multi-level schemes, you would talk and talk and talk and talk to convince people to join something that before you know it, it fails because the next person comes and is not able to talk. You know how the 9 to 5 job or the 12-hour shift here in the United Kingdom will go on and on and on and on. You see that you are only a tool making money for somebody or for some institution. So, but then there's a bit something different here that Ash is doing. Ash is all about transformational leadership. Why? What is the difference? Because he is all about value. So his kind of leadership is value based. I want to bring value to my people. He's focused on people because people are purpose. The purpose for which he is doing this is to change lives. Whose lives? The lives of people, the lives of human beings, uplifting humanity. So that is the difference. Transformational in the sense that we know how we have been dying with dreams and visions in our lives and stuff like that, but we never knew how to go about them, how we ever put them out there to the world and stuff like that. But then there comes an opportunity like this one today, where Ash is doing whatever he is doing, and he has all of us in mind, especially the lay person, that small person in the house, that person who thought, I could never do it, I could never get there. So this reminds me, there was time, I think about two years ago, one of the Women's Day, we heard about a little girl in Rwanda, in rural Rwanda, who really was interested in doing IT. He wanted to go into IT technology, but her mom said, no, it's not for your type of people. It's for the people who live in the city. It's for the people who have money, who are, and stuff like that. But then this girl, she pushed on. How many people are there who are dying to want to follow some particular career, but they can't because the means is not there? How many people are there who have services and products and stuff and things, products that they make by themselves, that they want to bring it to the front of the eyeballs of the world, but they cannot, either because technology is inaccessible, or it's expensive, or it's complicated, or it's only meant for the top big people out there. But then Ash is different because he's just here to make you feel like how other people do feel, like the way people at the top feel. Ash is here to make us know that top position, that thing they call top, is meant for everybody. That is why at the point where Ash is ready and the world knows what we are doing, and they see and touch and feel it, that top is going to open up, and the whole thing is just going to be the same, because everybody stands on the same platform. Transactional leadership would ask, what can you do for me? What have you done today? I remember sometimes at work, we used to go to work, like especially when I was a student, you do everything you are doing and so on. When you finish, and then the person that is mentoring you looks around and sees nothing to do, they'll ask you to go and do cleaning, to clean around and tidy up stuff that are meant for some other person, because you always have to do something. But transformational leadership would say, how can I help you grow? That a transformational leader is that person who knows that everybody was born with a potential to do something. Everybody comes with something to put on the table. Nobody ever came different. That is why, as many as we are in this world, every human being is unique. If you've been in healthcare, I think it's the same in other industries. They will treat every patient as a unique person, because there is no one-size-fits-all healthcare package for two patients. The uniqueness of everybody is quite unique. I think, let me just say that. I hope that I'm really making sense, guys. So I just want to know, have you ever had a boss or a leader who only cared about what you produced versus the one who cared about you as a person, maybe let's just discuss this. If you have something, sometimes you're not sharing because maybe I'm asking you to share, but because other people would learn from what we say, and whatever you share is just to complement whatever I'm saying here. And that is what gives it the strength and the weight. So that somebody in passing would say, all right, whatever she is saying, the people who are watching her, they compliment, they agree with her, means that it makes sense. Let me stand and have a look, a deeper look, right? So let's even take the example of a teacher who like, or a mentor who mentors a group of people and eventually leads them to become a force in their community or in a particular industry. What happens when this mentor leaves, or maybe if they die at all? What happens? The legacy that they leave behind, it lives on. The legacy lives on. And where does it live? It lives on the people that this person molded, and not through the plant or whatever, the structures or the system. It lives through those people. I'm sorry about the noise. We'll hear more of it, but then let's keep going, guys. I really do hope that this is making sense, and I really like to know what you think about this topic. Let's discuss this together, guys, so that it makes even more sense. I'm just happy. Thanking you all for joining. I'm not able to put your comments on the screen because when I'm by myself, I'm really messed up because I feel that I just have to look at the screen. I just have to concentrate on the screen. So I struggle a bit to multitask, but let's do it like that. Like, guys, I think it's still okay, right? So I was talking about leadership. So I just want to know, maybe in your heart, or if you don't mind sharing, who are you building? Whose future is connected to your leadership today, right? Or do you have any plans? Let's share things like this. Sometimes you don't share because you just, not for formality, but you share to inspire others, because there are some people too who are doing something, but they are not sure that this is leadership, this is mentorship, and that they're transforming somebody's life that's going to bring an impact wherever they are. So sharing is actually caring, like we would say. It's not only a children's thing. Truly, sharing is caring. And one of the things we want to believe when it comes to this topic is that building people creates trust, it creates loyalty and sustainability. We can confirm, we can actually agree to this, because that is what is happening here since 2018, depending whenever you joined this movement. Trust is built when people know they matter more than money. I think this is what Ash does. That is why Ash calls each and every one, you and myself. He calls you brother, he calls me sister, he calls us friends. My name is Ash Mufareh. I am your friend, So that is why somebody like Ash, if you sit there and you comment all the time, and then you think that Ash is not noticing it, I can assure you one day Ash will tell you something about yourself. Because I've had this shock so many times. There are times you want to talk to him, he stops you and starts telling you the few stuff that, for example, you did this with this person, you said this, you said that, you said that. Not everybody does this. He does that on purpose. He knows that it is uplifting, it's elevating. It makes you feel like it bridges that gap between big man, small man. That's how we call it in Africa. That gap between the boss and the little person. It just makes you feel that, listen, even though I'm your boss, it's only because I started this idea. But then you partnering with me and moving on together with me, we are friends, we can be friends, we can be family, we can be a team. And that's what makes a success. That is what has been missing. Loyalty follows leaders who see your value before you see it, and that's what Ash has been doing, because he's very encouraging. He says a lot of things that brings out the best in us. Many people are testifying how much this platform has changed them, whatever Ash is doing. There are people who were introverts. Today they can say a lot. There were people who thought they knew nothing at all, but today they have learned so much. I am one of those people. How much I have learned. I've learned people management. I've learned even, I've learned how to accommodate everybody and stuff like that. I've learned how to know when to keep a distance because of respect and stuff like that. This is very important. Life is not just about money, because the whole life, ever since the generations and generations, it has always been all about money. But then I think Ash has finally found a missing factor now, which is building people, building a platform, seeing your value, picking on it, and making sure you know that you mean just the same. You are just as important as him who is creating this business and making you part of it, right? So I think this is a very beautiful opportunity. So if we look about sustainable growth, it's not just about short-term gains, right? It's about people who stay and serve with passion. All of these things are happening. Why have we not abandoned Mr. Mufareh? You commenting there and me sitting here. Many other people have gone for one reason or the other, which is okay. It is just very fine. Because if you popped in and thought it was going to be red and it turned it to be green, and you thought you could not go with green and you step aside, it makes things even much easier for the CEO himself, for his team, and for those who still want to follow on, as long as the CEO leads and say, come, even though it started as red, it's now green, but it's still the same thing. It's only the packaging which has changed, but the parcel, whatever is inside, is still the same because the promise has not changed. Whatever he's doing now with the new thing, which we don't know what it's called and how it looks like, he's still doing it with us in mind. I believe that's why he knows and lets us still keep here and encourage ourselves while we wait for him to unveil the queen or the princess or whatever he's got for us. And of course, which is on pipeline, as we can see him being excited from his latest post at the old news, right? So it's just the way it is, and we just have to keep on keeping on. This is a big lesson. We don't have to wait for Ash to do this. What are we doing with all of this information, this knowledge? If Ash gives like a quote like this one, why are we trying to digest it? Because we want to learn. What are we taking home from this? Because whatever we're learning from him and from many other people that we have met in this journey is what is going to build us. That thing that is building us now is what is making us prepared for the journey ahead. Because if we think that it started in 2018, the journey is yet to begin. Hang on until Ash is ready and he launches this thing out of the world. When you find yourself down the jungle from country A to country B, from continent A to B, that's when you know that it's really, actually, literally, this journey has begun and you are actually at work, when everybody will roll your sleeves, go to work and do whatever your heart tells you to do, join in whatever you see your brother from the north, the south, the west, or the east is doing that is of interest. You think that you cannot just sit here and watch, you want to be part of it. That is when you say, finally, we are at work. So it is preparation time, it's learning time, it's teaching time, it's empowerment time, it's encouragement time, it's inspirational time. Let's just pick one or two things from here because it's going to go a long way. Ash said in one of the old news just lately, he said, I think that was old news 3, he said that we are the ones fueling his energy, right? I think that's the reason for which we are here, because a tree does not grow because you water the leaves. It grows because you nurture the roots, right? It has to come from the roots. So we are the roots that Ash is established on, because there's no way for him to look back and say, come on, I'm going back, because he's established on roots that are deep down, tap roots that are deep down on the ground. And the energy that we are feeding him with is the positive one. By we here, everybody knows themselves, So I know we don't have to show off to say, I think that I know that I'm this, but then you know it for yourself. Whether or not the energy that Ash is tapping from you is the positive one, then know that that is what is keeping him going. Right. So let's keep doing whatever we are doing. Let's keep supporting. I'm just happy because we feel for those who actually popped into this, got a few accounts here and there, dropped them and left, and they're just waiting for money to come back. They would have missed out on the whole thing because the joy is in the journey. By the time they're ready, you're talking money. What are you doing with that? How much money can buy the experience of this whole journey? We've had emotional twists. We've had, the time we get really excited and then it falls again and then we pick up our pieces and stuff like that. We use those situations to think that, listen, if I can feel like this, if I'm in this state now like this, how does the CEO feel? Because he has promised at least 1 million of us something. And that thing has not come at that hour when he wanted it to come. So when we feel bad, think that Ash is feeling that 1 million times. That is why we still have to go on and on and on and on. And I believe that the end is going to be like powerful, So it's all good news, it's all joy, it's all greatness, and I think we are going to celebrate as the Lord plans. So it's just, but maybe we want to start identifying if there's nobody who has never actually made an impact in anybody's life. Let's keep on doing whatever we are doing. If you've not started yet, because we have even young people amongst us, we have young people who maybe were given accounts by parents and stuff like that. And if you're a young parent or a young person watching this, you want to start learning how to be responsible, you want to start learning how to build people. You can start by building your friends, your classmates, your age mates. Just tell them something encouraging. It begins just from a word, one good word of encouragement, one kind act, something that your friend is not expecting and stuff like that. You do that for them. Check on them, just to call or send a message and say, how are you doing? I know that yesterday you were not very fine and stuff like that. It goes a long way. So let's keep doing what we are doing, guys. I think we are on the right path, and the future is actually bright. So before I finally round up, I will really try my best to look at the comments and see if I can highlight a few stuff. I'm bad at this, guys. Bear with me. That's why I always like companion, because it doesn't go when it's just me. So this is my brother from Asia. Very, very happy, all Onpassive family. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I see. Yeah, always. Oh, thank you so much, my brother Levi. If you say so, I take it for a compliment, and I appreciate that. I think that it's teamwork, so I really appreciate. Red in the house. Red, thank you for joining. You make me really confused, because I know that you're there watching me and I can't talk. Thank you, though. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you all. That's Red there. Let me see. You empower so many. Oh, thank you, bro. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. This is empowering as well. You saying this to me, I really do appreciate that. Thank you, Levi. Okay, yeah, you go, Levi. No stopping. Yeah, sure. No stopping. No stopping. No stopping. We're going on and on and on and on. An introvert, but that is changing to yeah, definitely. We have to speak, because what Ash is doing here is training us to become voices to the voiceless. So you cannot be here and not have a voice, because you're here to speak for the person who cannot speak. You're here to do for the person who cannot do. You're here to reach out to that person who is sitting there and waiting only for you, that if you don't come, nothing will happen to them, no change will happen in their lives. So we just need to learn. And I think everybody is doing really well. Everybody is doing well. You don't have to sit here and talk like Red and myself. Whatever you're doing, just the chat here, they go a long way. Just the sharing, it goes a long way. We have one of the most powerful guys amongst us. He hardly talks, Peter Rogers, but when it comes to organizing stuff and things like that, he is the best at it. So everybody is good at something, like I'm saying. Let's just do it. Do that thing that you are good at. You don't have to actually talk, but then you can do a lot. So, and everybody is doing really, really well, whatever we're doing, to keep this going. Because the moment we get there at the top, believe me, it's going to be like, oh my God, how could I have missed this? So I really appreciate you all, guys. Thank you so much. And I hope that we keep this fire burning. See, my sister Justine is here. Thank you, sis, for coming. This is Papua New Guinea here. At least I read one from Papua New Guinea. That's important. Ash has brought out very good-hearted people supporting him to uplift humanity. Indeed, I think Ash brought this to us because he knew that it is not a job that can be done by just his two hands. The world is way too big. It can only reach the entire world through all of us. And the good news is that we are spotted in every nook and cranny of the world. That is how this whole mission will get to wherever, by God's grace, Ash is looking at. The ripple effect, that's what's going to help us complete the job, because the love is real. It's you can feel it. We have trained ourselves to love one another, to not discriminate, to look at each and everyone like the same person. and that's what's going to push it further than we'd even expect. So we are in the mission of doing something that is going to make waves in the world. I appreciate you all so much, guys. Thank you for all the support. Let's keep doing this. Love you so much, and see you again later. Bye.